It is SCENE-2, and we are at the vampire cave. The vampires, Vandar and Vladimir, are playing with their pet dragons. The father, Vladimir, speaks first.
Drano, come to Papa. Oh, Drano, what a good little dragon you are. Ah, you help track down my victims. You help round them up and bring them to me, don't you, old fellow? Good boy. No one can outrun or outfly you.
I don't know, Father. My little Ivory here, she is herself quite nimble. But you know what, Father? I've become weary, so very weary of being a vampire. Sick and tired of it, I say. I really am. For starters, why do we have to live in a cave? Why can't we live in a normal human apartment with a flat screen TV, a computer notebook with a hookup to the internet, and a clothes washer? I'm tired of washing my own clothes by hand, below in our subterranean river.
I've explained this to you before, Vandar, my son. We vampires reject all technology developed by humans. How can we take seriously what has been created by the very creatures that we kill and whose blood we consume? I am sure that humans who themselves eat cows and chickens would not adopt any customs developed by those cows or chickens. Do humans moo or cluck at one another?
He acts momentarily like a chicken cow, clucking and mooing while walking like a chicken.
Cluck, 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 moo, moo, cluck, 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 moo, moo, cluck, 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 cluck. Do humans eat grass or worms just because their cows and chickens eat grass and worms? Of course not. I know, Vandar, that it's not an easy life being a vampire. As humans have become more advanced in their ways, we vampires, along with our fine pet dragons, have dwindled in numbers, and now we live a somewhat marginal existence. You know, our dragons used to be very large in size, but those pesky, annoying humans killed off the big ones many centuries ago. Without our remaining dwarf-sized dragons and their precious blood, we would live the same short, pathetic lifespans that humans must accept for themselves. That's why it's so important for each vampire to take extra special care of his or her little pet dragon.
Yes, Father. You've trained me well in breeding and care of dwarf dragons.
You should quit complaining about being a vampire, son. You've got to suck it up and live the life you've been dealt. In any case, the last I heard, there is still no cure for vampirism. If there were, then wouldn't I, Vladimir, leader of all vampires, at least all the vampires in the tri-state area, know about it? In any case, as we suck the life out of humans, we also suck in some of their memories, which eliminates the need for any formal education on our part. Aren't you glad that you've never had to attend any of those silly human schools?
Vandar starts to speak, but Vladimir holds up his hand.
Yes, I'll agree that we vampires live a savage, tragic existence, but it's the hand we've been dealt, and so we have to play it. I especially hate those computer thingies that humans have built. I call them mind machines. If they keep becoming more and more intelligent, then someday humans will be able to use them to track us down. Each night after Drano retrieves for me a blood meal, if I find anything electronic on my victim, then I have Drano fry it with his nice hot breath. But yes, it is a savage life we lead, and we vampires must learn how to survive and more so, to thrive. Gotta leap into the storm, gotta keep your psyche warm, gotta sweep away the stones, gotta seep into their bones. Gotta reap the seeds you sow. Dive deep to dare to know. Gotta mine your sunken goals. Gotta climb your pile of coals. And weep for my savage soul. Weep for my ravaged soul. Gotta know when to heed the call. Gotta know just when to stall. Gotta know when to slice the air. Gotta know when to face a dare. Have gall to push the wall. Stand tall when you're gonna fall. And ream those mind machines and scream for lost dreams. And weep for my savage soul. Weep for my ravaged soul. Tear down the beast lairs, tear down your nightmares, duck low. Wax and wane, ebb and flow to stay insane. Have pride in all your gains, have tried, even though in vain. Gotta grow, use your brain, gotta go against the grain. And weep for my savage soul. Weep for my ravaged soul. Gotta slide low and wide as you ride. Swirling tides, suck wisdom from the wise, suck truth from the lies. Gotta hide the rising shame as you see what remains. Ask why through all the pain as you hide the bloody stains. And weep for my savage soul. Weep for my ravaged soul. Gotta play your dragons, gotta burn their wagons, gotta slay, never pray, gotta stay and find a way. Gotta strive, oh my, even when the end is nigh. Gotta fly until you die, gotta fly till it's time to die. And weep for my savage soul. Weep for my ravaged soul.
It's not just that our condition forces us to kill humans and suck their blood that gets me down, Father. It's the fact that humans are so similar to us. I've heard that they can even become just like us if they drink a special recipe made from dragon's blood and certain flowers. It seems just wrong to me that we must kill them in order to survive. Both we vampires and our human victims seek life, seek love, seek meaning to our existence.
We're all phantom souls, seeking ephemeral goals, caught up in the past, memories of the last, lonely and restless test, for the worst and for the best, unfinished undiminished love quest. Enslaved to desire, all-consuming rising fire, covered in muck and mire, wrapped up in thorns and wire. Who is sly and who is slyer? Who's the lie and who's the liar? In the shadows of the wind. Who is high and who is higher? Who is selling? Who's the buyer? Who is flying? Who's the flyer? Who is dying? Who's the crier? In the shadows of the wind. Excited, who's admired, who is bleeding, who's acquired, who is feeding, who's on fire, who is biting, who's expired. In the shadows of the wind. All want what's above, all seeking perfect love, all cracked need repair, all gasping for pure air, all forgotten, all repressed, all forsaken, all undressed. In the shadows of the wind.